Yes, students. Now, physical properties of ether. Preparations we had done. One by dehydration of alcohol and second by Williamson synthesis. Now, the physical properties. In physical property, generally we are discussing about the solubility and boiling points. First, we'll discuss about boiling point. Now, in ether, there is carbon oxygen single bond. No doubt it is polar bond. Oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, but its dipole moment is very less. It's not have polar group, but polarity is less, we can say. So ether are very less polar but less polar than alcohol. So if we compare its boiling points with hydrocarbon have less boiling point than ether because hydrocarbon are non-polar compounds. Ether are weakly polar compounds. So obvious boiling points of ethers are more. But if we compare them with alcohol, then alcohol have more boiling point. What is the reason? Because in alcohol there is intermolecular hydrogen bond. So if we compare hydrocarbon, that is alkane, and ether compounds, that is weakly polar, and alcohol compounds of comparable molecular mass, what will happen? This compound is non-polar, this is weakly polar, and this is polar compound. What type of intermolecular attraction hydrocarbon have? They have weak van der Waals attraction or dispersion force of attraction. Weak van der Waals attraction, or they have dispersion forces of attraction. And polar compounds, so they have intermolecular hydrogen bond. They have intermolecular H bond, hydrogen bond. And as they are weakly polar, they have dipole-dipole attraction. Somewhat, not as strong, but they have dipole-dipole attraction. So if we compare of comparable molecular mass, like N-pentane if we use, CH3, CH2 thrice, and CH3, N-pentane. If we compare its boiling point with same molecular mass ether, like diethyl ether, and in alcohol if we use, it is butane 1-ol. They have similar molecular masses, CH2, CH2, OH, butane 1-ol. One is alcohol, another one is ether, and third is hydrocarbon. Which is having maximum boiling point? Alcohol. Maximum boiling point because intermolecular attraction is maximum, and they have minimum boiling point because intermolecular attraction is weak. And what about diethyl ether? They have comparable molecular mass. If we compare, then they have more boiling point than alkane, less than alcohol. Intermolecular hydrogen bond is present in alcohol, so their boiling points are high. If we compare solubility of alcohol and ether in water, solubility of alcohol and ether in water, then what will happen? Boiling point differ, but solubility is same. Solubility of alcohol in water as well as ether in water is same because both of them form intermolecular hydrogen bond with water molecule. जैसे ये है alcohol, ROH, they form hydrogen bond with water molecule. So due to intermolecular hydrogen bond, alcohol are miscible with water. Similarly, ethers, diethyl ether, C2H5O, C2H5, all ethers, they form hydrogen bond, intermolecular hydrogen bond. So due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond with water, they are equally soluble in water. So solubility of alcohol and ether are same, almost same. One is 7.5 gram per ml, next is 9 gram per ml dissolved. But pentane is not soluble in water. So if we compare solubility of alcohol and ether, then solubility is same, but boiling points differ because in alcohol we have intermolecular hydrogen bond, while in ether there is no hydrogen bonding. That's why its boiling point is less. Now there are chemical reactions of ether. Very important reaction. It is cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond. Chemical reaction in which there is a breaking of carbon-oxygen bond in ether. Cleavage मतलब breaking. Cleavage of CO bond in ether. कैसे ब्रेक होगा, कैसे कंपाउंड रिएक्ट करेगा. Ethers are very less reactive among the functional groups. Alcohol are reactive, carboxylic acids are reactive, even haloalkane compounds are reactive. But ethers are somewhat less reactive. So they are treated with, if you want to break this carbon-oxygen bond, then this will be taking place by strong acids. And strong acids are hydrohalide. So this type of bond will be break by treating them with hydrohalides. Hydrohalides matlab HX, HCl, HBr, HI. If we treat ether by them, then they will be breaking of carbon-oxygen bond and the compound is produced. See, this is the reaction. Symmetrical ether. If it is treated with RX, ROR, same alkyl group, that is called symmetrical ether. When it is treated with HX, what will happen? Carbon-oxygen bond break any side because both side alkyl groups are same. One product is alcohol, another is alkyl halide. Carbon-oxygen bond break, the product obtained is alcohol and alkyl halide. Further, if HX taken is excess, 2 mole, then what will happen? Another bond, carbon-oxygen bond will break, RX, and water is produced. So for symmetrical ether, we get 2 moles of, this ROR is converted into alkyl halide. Clear? Here also we have 1 mole, here also we have 1 mole. So 2 mole of alkyl halide. If we add these two reactions, then we can have ROR combined with 2 hydrogen halide molecule. What we will have? 2 moles of HX and water will be produced. Both side carbon-oxygen bond will break, this side and this side. So for symmetrical ether, there is no issue. To any carbon or any alkyl group, halogen will attack, and to any other alkyl group, OH group will attack. So alcohol and alkyl halide form will have same alkyl groups because here it is R group same. Ether we had taken, that is symmetrical ether. But the question arises when there is unsymmetrical ether. So if unsymmetrical ether is used for cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond, first we are using aryl alkyl halide. That is also unsymmetrical ether. So for aryl alkyl halide, if it is treated with HX, then what will happen? This is example of aryl alkyl halide, phenyl methyl ether. When it is treated with HX, then which bond will break? Which carbon-oxygen bond break? Ring wala carbon or oxygen or alkyl group. So cleavage of oxygen and alkyl group carbon is easy because due to resonance, this carbon and oxygen acquire partial double bond character. So that will be difficult to break. So which bond will break? This O and CH3. So this bond will be preferably break. And the product obtained will be phenol and methyl halide will be produced. Keep in mind that this carbon-oxygen bond cannot break because it has partial double bond character due to resonance. So always phenol is the one of product, and depending upon the alkyl group which is connected here, we will get the product, that is methyl halide. Okay, now what happens if ethers are unsymmetrical? Third is for unsymmetrical ether. Very important. For unsymmetrical ether. Suppose we have unsymmetrical ether ROR dash. Both side alkyl groups are different. It is treated with HX. One carbon-oxygen bond break. We have ROH and R dash X will be produced. Further, when this R dash X is treated with another molecule of HX, what will happen? It is again, sorry, ROH. What will be product obtained? It is RX, and what is the byproduct? So both alkyl halide will be formed, Rx as well as R dash X. So if we are taking 2 moles, then there is no problem. Both alkyl groups will be formed, R dash X as well as Rx. But things we have to see, that is, if 1 mole of HX is used, which carbon oxygen bond break? This side R dash is there, this side R group is there. Both alkyl groups are different. કયું alcohol બનાવશે, કયું alkyl halide બનાવે? આની સાથે alcohol બનાવ્યો આપણે, આની સાથે બી બની શકે. આની સાથે આપણે હલો alkane બનાવ્યો, આની સાથે બી બની શકે. તો કયું bond break થશે એ કોની ઉપર depend કરે? It depends on the nature of alkyl groups that are attached both the sides. For this, we have to see first mechanism of this reaction. That is very important. Okay. So first we'll see mechanism of this reaction. That is unsymmetrical ether when treated with HX. How the reaction proceed? Mechanism we have to see. See, in first step, the mechanism is step 1. Suppose we are taking unsymmetrical ether CH3O C2H5. This is unsymmetrical ether. It is ethyl, methyl, ether. Okay. When it is treated with HX, then what will happen? HI, suppose we are using. What is the product obtained? See, this bond will break because it is polar bond. H plus and I minus will be formed. This H plus attack on oxygen. Protonated ether will be formed. CH3OH plus CH2CH3 I minus will be released. Okay, what is it known as? Protonated ether. Reaction taking place with HBr or HI because they are sufficiently acidic. Either HI or HBr also we can use. HCl and HF are not too acidic. HI is most acidic. After that HBr, then HCl and then HF. Now in second step, iodide is very good nucleophile. This I minus. It is good nucleophile. Nucleophile. Better leaving group and very good nucleophile, I minus. After that Br minus, then Cl minus and then F minus. So it attacked to the least substituted carbon of oxonium ion form in step 1. This is oxonium ion. So this I minus will attack to the alkyl group having less number of carbon atom by SN2 mechanism. Okay, so in second step, it will be attack, this I minus will attack on less substituted alkyl group in oxonium ion. So in step 2, I minus will attack on this oxonium ion. This is I minus. It attack with less carbon containing alkyl group. This is having less carbon. Here it are 2 carbons. So I minus will attack to this carbon. So product obtained will be methyl iodide and methanol. First step, SN2 reaction will occur. SN2 mechanism. So we know in SN2 mechanism transition state is formed. है ना? तो कैसे बनेगा transition state? I will attack to this methyl, which is connected to oxonium ion, and that is connected to ethyl group. So this type of transition state is formed, which on breaking give methyl iodide and ethanol, C2H5OH. So if both are alkyl groups are primary, see, then I minus will attack to the carbon having, sorry, to the alkyl group having less carbon. Okay, because reaction follow SN2 mechanism. And SN2 is favored by primary alkyl group most. Then ethanol is produced. Now in 2 moles suppose HI is used, then what will happen? this alcohol produced will further combine with HI. If you use second mole of HI, first mole HI liya, yahan tak reaction complete. Suppose we are using second mole of HI, then what will happen? Then step 3 takes place. Ethanol, CH3CH2OH. When it is treated with HI, again this will attack on oxygen. We have protonated alcohol, again oxonium ion form. Okay, I minus is the nucleophile. Now the only alkyl group left is this ethyl. So in the last step, what will happen? This oxonium ion, CH3CH2O plus H combined with I minus. This electron pair shift here, this get positive charge, I minus attack here, and we have ethyl iodide and water is produced. So if we take 2 moles of HI, then both alkyl iodide like methyl iodide first will form and then ethyl iodide will be formed. Clear? So for unsymmetrical ether, I minus will attack to the primary carbon because mechanism is SN2 and SN2 is most favored by primary alkyl halide. Clear? Now some exceptions, we can say some other type of reactions are also there. See. Suppose we have one alkyl group tertiary and other is primary. Second example, CH3 OCH. This group is tertiary and this is primary. What happens when it is treated with HI? अब I किस पे attack करेगा? Now I will attack on tertiary carbon. Reaction mechanism is SN1 and it will form I minus attack on tertiary carbon. Product obtained is tertiary butyl iodide and methanol is produced. Now it will move to tertiary alkyl group, not to the methyl group. And mechanism followed is SN1. What is the reason? Suppose first, if you see the mechanism, then CH3, CH3, OCH3. This was the reactant. When it is combines with H plus, what will happen when it combines with H plus? This hydrogen will attack on oxygen and form oxonium ion. CH3, 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 OH plus, and here it is methyl. What will happen this oxonium ion? Oxonium ion, as it is unstable, what it will do? By breaking this bond, what will happen? It forms carbocation. 3-degree carbocation is more stable. So this is slow reaction, rate determining step, and tertiary carbocation is formed because it is more stable. It will not wait for formation of to attack of I minus. It will form like this. Tertiary carbocation is formed because it is stable. Now to this tertiary carbocation, I minus nucleophile will attack and tertiary butyl iodide will be produced. So if one is tertiary group, other one is primary group, then I minus will attack to tertiary carbon. Reaction mechanism will become SN1 because tertiary carbocation is more stable, that's why. One more example. Suppose we have any salt. Suppose we have any salt treated with HI. This is any salt. Methyl phenyl ether. When it is treated with HI, what will happen? Where I minus will move? I minus will move to methyl group because this bond is difficult to break. So this bond will break and iodide will combine here. We have methyl iodide plus phenol will be the product. Clear? So whenever there is adisol or asymmetrical ether, then phenol is one of the product and alkyl group will form alkyl halide. Methyl group will form alkyl halide. Clear? Why it is so? because first proton will collect here, oxonium ion will be formed. Okay, now this bond is stronger comparatively due to partial double bond character. So this bond will break, electron shifts here, methyl form plus, so I minus will attack on that methyl groups. Okay, because this is sp2 hybridized carbon, and sp2 hybridized carbon is double bonded carbon which is difficult to break, and this is sp3 hybridized carbon, so CO bond will break from this side. That's why phenol is produced and methyl iodide is formed. Now we have to give some major products formed by each of following ether when treated with HI. Question number 11.7. First one is given as CH3, CH2, CH, ऊपर CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3. This is ether when it is treated with HI. What is the product obtained? Both are primary. If both are primary and it is treated with HI, then where the I will attack? To the lesser alkyl group. So product obtained will be ethyl iodide and alcohol will form from second one. 2 CH3 CH2H. If both side alkyl groups are primary, then SN2 mechanism takes place. I minus will attack to the carbon having less number, alkyl group having less number of carbon atom. See the second example. It is CH3, CH2, CH2, O, then it is tertiary group. And last example we had seen that when it is treated with this, what will happen? SN1 mechanism takes place. Iodide will move to the tertiary carbon. So now the product will be, it's CH3, CH2, CH2OH plus tertiary alkyl halide. Because the mechanism now turns to SN1. So if one is primary, another one is tertiary, its SN1 mechanism takes place and the product will be, iodide will move towards tertiary alkyl groups. Next, suppose we have this. This is benzyl, phenyl, ether. This is benzyl, phenyl, ether. When it is treated with HI, SN1 mechanism takes place. If this bond will break, stable carbocation will be formed, benzyl carbocation. So I minus will move to benzyl group. So product obtained is benzyl iodide plus phenol. And be a bond break, stable carbon oxygen bond directly attached to the ring. So this will not break, this bond will break, benzyl iodide will be the product. Okay, so these reactions are very important. They may ask for MCQs or competitive exams के लिए भी बहुत important reaction है. ठीक है. Now the last reaction, that is electrophilic substitution reaction of anisole. Electrophilic substitution reaction of anisole. Okay, this electrophilic substitution reaction and some exercise questions we will solve in next video.